Hi, I'm Dr. Freddie and this is how chiropractic saved my life. When I was a little baby, I actually was born with a very difficult delivery. I got stuck in the birth canal and they actually had to use forceps, metal clamps, to pull me out of the birth canal because my mom had trouble getting me out. And they thought I was healthy. They didn't realize that that had damaged my nervous system. By 5 years old, I had suffered already with chronic ear infections. And then I started developing symptoms of asthma. I couldn't breathe, I was wheezing. I couldn't go out in the winter time when it was cold. I couldn't be around animals. I would go into an asthma attack and be sent to the hospital and they would put me in an oxygen tent. They just wanted to give me antibiotics all the time. And they would just give me puffers. My mom would even give me antihistamines in my lunch bag going to school all the time. I went to university in engineering school and I was getting a lot of stress and headaches, and I had suffered for so much I wasn't able to participate in sports and do things to the level that all my friends could do. Even then, all my mom knew to do was to give me medications because that's all she knew. And that's all my dad knew. My dad came here in 1967 and all he wanted to do was get a job and put himself through school and raise his family. And I learned so much from my dad about hard work, but he never learned about health. And through his whole lifetime, even though he worked and worked and worked, he never appeared sick on the outside. When he actually retired, all these issues started creeping out. As much as I tried to educate my dad about natural health, he was brought up in a generation that all they knew was I take drugs. And it started with a small painkiller, which led to anti-inflammatories, which eventually led to stronger drugs. Eventually my dad got prescribed prednisone, a very powerful corticosteroid, which it knocked out his pain, but unfortunately it was also damaging his liver. But he didn't know that until we got a phone call and my mom told me my dad was in the hospital. And they said his liver had stopped working and they had to fly him from Ottawa to Toronto in an air ambulance to be able to get on a transplant list. My mom actually had to quit her job to now be with my dad every day by his side in the hospital. And we waited and waited and waited. The liver never came. In fact, by the time his kidneys had failed, he was on dialysis machine. And then the kidneys ended up leading to a problem where he couldn't breathe. So between the liver, the kidneys, and his breathing, he really had no quality of life. He couldn't speak to us, he couldn't eat. And so we realized that it was not right for him. And so we ended up taking him off those life support machines, and he passed away at the young age of 64 years young. And so I share that with you because I know that is my own story and my family's. And it was only because of chiropractic that it changed my mindset on health. That your body is amazing. It can heal itself if there's no interference in the spine and nervous system. You can now do things as you get older to a degree that you never realized. And when I started seeing a chiropractor at 18 years old, it didn't just get rid of my neck pain and headaches from university, but I didn't realize until later that my breathing was better and I stopped using puffers. I didn't get the allergies and all sorts of other issues. And it wasn't because they cured those things, it was because it helped my nervous system and allowed my body to heal and function better. And because of that, I wanted to be a chiropractor to teach others about this amazing principle of life and health. Since that time, not only have I become a chiropractor, I've actually been able to also do things with my body I couldn't do when I was younger. In fact, I started running 5Ks, 10Ks, half and full distance marathons. I actually learned to swim in my mid-30s so I could do triathlons. You may have heard of an Ironman. I was blessed to have finished first in Canada for my age group in triathlon and 5th at the World Championships. I ended up actually being able to finish the Boston Marathon in under 3 hours at one point. I did 15 years straight of Boston Marathon finishes. At that point, there was only about 200 people in the world that could say the same thing. So I know if that can happen to me, there's no reason you can't achieve your goals and dreams with your health. Age is just a number. Because chiropractic saved my life, my kids have been blessed to have been under chiropractic care ever since they were in their mother's womb. And I've been adjusting them every week since they've been born. They've had chiropractic care. And now my kids are adults themselves. They continue to get chiropractic care, even if I'm not the chiropractor always seeing them. And so I hope that inspires you. I thank you for watching my story, and I hope I get a chance to meet you if I haven't already, so that we can teach you more and help you achieve your dreams and goals through chiropractic. God bless.